flow. Couldn't feel what's real, 'cause you would steal the highs and lows. The nights would feel like endless days. My mind was always fighting. Kinda missed the way you calmed the waves that crashed on my horizon. I wanna let you go, 'cause I don't need you like I used to. But I'm afraid to fall without you. Let me be alone. Let me be alone. Let me be alone. Let me be alone. I wanna let you go, 'cause I don't need you like I used to. But I'm afraid to fall without you. Why don't you let me go? 'Cause I don't need you like I used to. But I'm afraid to fall without you. Let me be alone. Let me be alone. Let me be alone. Let me be I look back upon my life and wonder what it might be like if we had met when we were young in the schoolyard, back before it all began. Where were you when I was young? I wish I knew you then. I wish I knew you then. I'd ask if I could hold your hand. I would have loved you then. I would have loved you then.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, CJs. How are you doing? We have a bank holiday scheduled today. I'm doing well, first off, and second, I don't know what bank holiday it would be. Maybe I just didn't check the economic calendar here. I got nothing as far as a holiday, at least in the U.S. Well, it is Veterans Day. So we'll see. I do agree. I'm sure I'm going to have to make this announcement, but if you hear a really high-pitched noise, it's because Veterans Day early closure, I think. Is it? I do know that I have in my complex, there is a fire alarm going off. It's like a test, so I may have to mute my mic every now and again. Very good to see you again. Thank you, Jason. Cloud, good morning. Good to see you. If you guys can like the video, it would be much appreciated. As you can see, I actually will be looking at NQ possibly today. I'll still have my eyes on gold. I have some upside targets and things that I may want to trade on that as well. But it seems like a lot of you really are really only trading NQ, which is fine. Don't mean that I can't trade NQ as well. So I will be on that as well today. But I do want all of you to take a look at gold as well. And as I say that I may switch to gold, just because I have some really good upside targets on it, and I think some things can really pan out on it. So let me switch over to that. Igor, what's up? So gold's kind of in this range, but I believe it's fairly easy today. Yesterday, if you were on the live stream, I ended up taking a loss on gold, but everything came into fruition, and it's kind of upsetting, but what can you do? I was trying to long right around down here on gold, and since then we've had this massive expansion away from it. I really only wanted to target that high right here, right where the CE of the new week opening gap is on gold. I wanted to target that. Was unable to be a part of that move. And is there anything I would have done different? No. And I was really off the charts and away from it by the time some things unfolded. So that's just, part of the game. I know it's corny and ironic, but it really is. Sometimes you just have to accept it. And the biggest thing for me is when I want to, revenge trade or be on tilt or be pissed off, is just know that there's plenty of days, man. It all repeats every single day. I know it's even that phrase and things like that, but you just have to constantly reinforce these things into your mindset, and really force the idea of injecting logic. So if you've been with me for a while, it's not like I ever threw that away. You have to constantly be injecting logic into your mind as far as reinforcing things that counter your emotions. So that's all I have on that. Is it an actually early day closure? If that is true, it's kind of I didn't know if it was or wasn't. I didn't see anything as far as Forex Factory. I didn't see anything. I know for most part, as far as Veterans Day, most people still work. That's not to me at least, I know it probably is a bank holiday, but most people still go to work today. I really count as holidays. It's like, do you go to work or do you not go to work? Anyways, if we take a look here at gold, and I will take a look at NQ as well, don't worry. I'm looking at NQ side by side on my other screens. Is on the daily time frame on gold. We talked about a few things at the beginning of the week. If you pay attention to Telegram, if you want to join it, if you haven't, I'm sure all of you probably are in it because it's probably only for the Discord. It's in the description. But on gold here, I would like to see if we can get up into this daily time frame inefficiency, which is right here, and right where that's at. Take some of these lines away. This buy side liquidity pool right here, these relative equal highs, I think that would be a very easy target on gold. I think we can reach up into that Again, if it is true, where we're going to have a and that is the fire alarm testing I mentioned, so excuse that. I'm sorry for your ears. Both of these upside targets would be really nice on gold to see. If we can drop down here off of the initial open on gold and take the low here, then obviously give us a model, something to expand higher up into that. That would be ideal. So that's what I'm looking for on gold. I think that can definitely happen. If we don't take the run here underneath the sell side, we could run by taking this low here and still run for it. It's still a possibility. You just would have to probably look for a little bit more evidence or displacement. If you toggle this on, which should be appearing here in a second. Oops, wrong one. New day opening gaps there, and new week opening gap is here on gold. So we'll see, maybe if we drop underneath the sell side, we'll get into the new week opening gap. As far as NQ, let's go over to that, which if gold isn't doing anything, maybe I'll trade NQ today too. There's a whole lot going on in here with the first presented, so I gotta kind of take that away. There's a whole lot going on with NQ. If I see something like this where it looks like a huge fest of things, you have a new week opening gap, and then you have a bunch of previous, first presenteds, and they're overlapping, it just kind of gets into a mess where I would rather toggle it all off. And if I need to use it in terms of a model and it's in support of it, I'll toggle it back on and see where it's at. NQ is a weird one. I've been looking at it yesterday. Man, there's a really good move that I was looking at yesterday on NQ that I guess I took. But we're inside of this volume imbalance, which is a previous new week opening gap on NQ. We haven't closed above it, so it is a volume imbalance or liquidity void. My apologies, liquidity void that we retraced up into. And we'll see if this SMT between ES and NQ supports lower prices. The reason I'd be looking for lower prices is because of this imbalance down here, or liquidity void, from this current new week opening gap, right? So the fact that we left that open off at the beginning of the week, the fact that on a daily time frame, excuse me, so far, all we've done is just retrace up into a liquidity void. We may want to see some lower prices away from it. Doesn't necessarily mean that, but if you look at ES, we made a higher high here on ES. So it's really actually from this high as well. But both of these highs, ES printed a higher high. So that is a bearish SMT between them. You do have relative equal highs resting here on NQ. So not to say that we're going to immediately get lower prices on NQ. We could expand up into that buy side, so it's something to keep your eye on. If you take the new week opening gap, we're not really utilizing it too much. To me, I'd rather just have it off. I'd rather use it on like a daily time frame. Today RTH gap will be above, and RTH gap from yesterday would be below. It would be correct. So we'll see how that pans out. I'm gonna be trying to watch both things at once. I'm gonna be trying to watch gold, so don't try to keep that in mind too. I know some of you probably don't want to trade gold, which is fine, but I gotta have my alerts set on that. Yesterday on gold, or on NQ, my apologies. This right here, man, beautiful. This was at 12:15. Beautiful, beautiful, and I could show you a few other ones. But this in here is really, really nice. On NQ yesterday, you sweep the low in here. You have a displacement higher. You have a shift above an old high here, and what does that pattern become? This these up close candles become your bearish or bullish breaker there, where you're dropping down into the bullish breaker. Even if you don't want to enter in here, you can take a look at your 5-minute. There's a 5-minute time frame inefficiency. Price moves above. You have another change in state of delivery on a 1-minute, which is right here above these down close candles. Price drops back down into those down close candles, moves away from it, creates another inefficiency, which is right here, and that's a really nice inefficiency right there. It's leaving a dealing range discount, moving away, showing a change in state and delivery on the 1-minute, drops down into a bullish PD array, moves away from it, yet to take the dealing range high, prints an inefficiency, and expands. And obviously you want to take everything from the left side of the curve and move it to your right. So I think yesterday on NQ in the afternoon was really, really nice. Obviously you saw that huge expansion move on it. So there was that. As of now, when you look at 1 minute, it's kind of all just slop to me. Basically from the opening of the actual day. Midnight open is right around in here. We've moved beneath midnight open, so we've moved beneath it. So we'll see. We're at the open. Duh. So hopefully that scratches your itch for as far as NQ, and I will keep it on the screen. This is I have to toggle that on. There's just too much stuff going on. I'd rather have this. This is a previous new day opening gap on NQ, the gray boxes. RTH gap. Or opening range gap. That is going to be above us. Now, as Igor mentioned, yesterday's we got into, let's say about 25% of yesterday's RTH gap in there. I'm not too worried about it. If we end up wanting a short bias or price wants to expand, let's say down to this low in here, then I'll start probably maybe looking at it as confluence or something. Looks like gold is almost about to take its low. Once it takes its low, I may be looking at an idea of higher prices on it. And I'm just going to kind of leave my charts a little clear on NQ. I don't want to make too much annotations on it. But we did sweep sell side here before the open. And then we have minor buy side liquidity that's resting above price currently. I just mark out any really unfortunate. I have a fucking fire alarm going off today. If we take a look at gold, gold has taken its sell side, so I want to see from here. If gold will have any movement higher. Again, apologies. I don't know if you guys can hear that fire alarm. I'm sure you can. I guess I'm not talking today. Oh, jeez. I don't know. This is probably gonna go on for a long time. So, if I end up taking anything or I see anything, I'll probably open up my mic. I just don't feel like constantly turn it off and on. NQ, not a whole lot from it. God, NQ, I'd just be very patient. Let time do the work for you. Are you focusing on gold now? Keep my eye on it, because we've taken the sell side here, and as I was outlining on gold, I'm primarily bullish on it. I want to see these relative equal highs taken, but primarily 41.75 taken. So that's the overall analysis on it. So I want to see some evidence out of it. Just because we took sell side doesn't mean I'm going to long it, but looks like NQ is getting up into its opening range gap here. So I want to make sure the opening range gap is. They're going to have to do this for every single apartment complex in here. So every time you guys hear that fire alarm, it has to do for every single one. Not a good day to live stream, huh? Take a look at NQ. NQ failed to take the high here, while ES did. So I have gold on the left side and NQ on the right, just so you understand. Now I want to be ballsy. If I wanted to be ballsy and then on gold, I would long here. Man, I'm sure it's super annoying to hear that. I'm probably gonna stop talking the rest of the session unless I enter in a trade. There's only 20 guys in here, so yeah. Unless I take something, which I'm sure I probably will end up doing something. I'll let you guys know. NQ, I'd be looking at this low to be taken and trade into the new day opening gap, previous new day opening gap.